aficionados. It's Kris from www.tobaccoworldcigars.com coming back at you with our new video. Well, I'll tell you, I know it's been some time since you guys seen a video from me, and a couple different reasons why. Most importantly, it's not that we haven't shot any. Just the last video that I did do, I wanted to get out to you guys a couple weeks ago. I wasn't sure if the public was ready for it. I was a little outraged, a little upset. I did a video on an event that we're doing tomorrow, as a matter of fact. The cigar I recommended in my last video was the Oliva Series V, and I'm not sure if I'm going to air it or not, only because it's just a little too hardcore. I've been getting mixed reviews from people that, you know, saying that there's too much profanity in some of my videos, and, you know, I answered an email to a guy that had responded to my little comments that I had to make on Hugo Chavez, and you know, I might put the video on YouTube, I might not. Let's see if you guys want to see it. Let me get a show of hands by you guys writing into me on who really wants to see me really off my medication and on full fucking tilt, to be quite honest with you. Because I just about went off of it with this guy. I went as far as telling him that if he would be willing to go back to Venezuela, I'd pay for the first class ticket for him to go. Okay, but in any case, I'm recommending a cigar this week. Something that I think you guys are familiar with, and if you aren't, trust me, in the next couple of months you will be. It's a little buzz around town about the cigar, and I never get a chance to get Steve here in the video with us, and Steve is really, you know, he's the foundation for what really Tobacco World is all about with our store here. He's been with me for 3 years now, right, Steve? 3 years. Been in the business for about 15, a little bit more than 15 years, and probably been smoking cigars for as long as I've been fucking alive. So there's really nobody else that's qualified, in my opinion, to tell you about a cigar. But one of the reasons why I chose to have Steve in this video is because I'm doing a cigar, and I'm recommending a cigar that I know he's been an avid fan of for the 3 years he's worked here. He's very close with the Aurora family, and for those of you who aren't familiar with the Aurora family, it's the people in the family and the brains behind Camacho cigars. And the cigar I'm recommending is the Camacho Triple Maduro. And the reason I'm recommending this, and let me tell you something about the Camacho family. One of the oldest cigar companies in the industry, correct? I mean, they've been down in fucking Miami since Miami's been Miami. And Honduras. And in Honduras. I mean, if you've ever had a chance to go, I never actually been to the Camacho farm, but I did pass it while I was out there on a Rocky Patel trip, and I'll tell you, beautiful, beautiful land they got out there, beautiful farmhouse, and from what I understand, they have separate homes set up for motels. Like motels, right? You've been there. Yeah. You've been there. Steve's been there. But in any case, this Maduro is a very special cigar, and a lot of their cigars are. I mean, if you're familiar, if you're an avid cigar smoker, I mean, you always have those cigars that, in my opinion, are always up there in the brand name stuff. That's always a pound for pound good cigar. You can never make a mistake pulling one out of the humidor and sitting back and enjoying it after a while. That cigar, I would call in their old line, the line that's been around is the Corojo line, is the 1118, the Diploma, the Monarca. That entire line is just a fantastic line. But in any case, they are reinventing themselves, which is something that I think is long due, and probably is one of the ways to get guys like you and me excited about their cigar all over again. You know, these traditional companies constantly have to reinvent themselves, right down to the Padron family with their old style labels, and now when they came out with the 64, they changed their labels, and then with the 26, they're always redesigning the serial numbers, they're always redesigning their design and their artwork, which is really the sex appeal from a retail standpoint. You know, it makes you, the end user, and even myself, walk through a store and say, wow, that looks like a pretty nice cigar because of the label, and you just want to try it. It makes you want to try it. And I'm going to get up, and I want to show you a label here. This is the Camacho label. It's completely different from their old style Camacho labels. And one of the things that I immediately came to my attention, for those of you who didn't know, I used to be in manufacturing in cigars. I used to manufacture cigars. And one of the things I remember was, when you're going to make a cigar, next time you're in a cigar store, look at this. You'll find cigars that have okay labels, and then you find some that have very cheap style labels to them. And it really is a matter of presentation, and it is a matter of cost. Back in the day, and really it is. A lot of these labels are supposed to represent the kind of cigar you're smoking, I guess is what we're saying. But, you know, labels do add into the cost of manufacturing these boxes of cigars. And this company that I believe in, and I'll tell you what, I'm shooting this straight from the hip, and I actually don't even know if this is the truth, but I'd be willing to stake my life on this statement. This label is a Friedeck label. They're a company out of Holland, and nobody has the craftsmanship in the label design that Friedeck has. And if you're familiar with the Opus X label, the Ashton VSG, I know uses Friedeck. I know Perdomo back in the day, who was the one who referred me to Friedeck. Friedeck, very expensive labels, but I'll tell you the quality is second to no one. And I'm proud to see that Camacho went from making their traditional brown label, which kind of looks like every other label in the industry, to coming out with a new design. And it really complements the unbelievable cigar this cigar is.